in front of the charts at that moment, then there's no trading. Price itself will behave a certain way at that specific time. And the numbers that is used for these price runs algorithmically are actually in that logo.
Large circle, a smaller circle inside, and a larger circle. Think of that as accumulation. This is manipulation, and this is distribution. Okay? And when you drop that over the image, this is where 212 came about. It's fractal. I can zoom in to this smaller circle here, drag this circle over, and you start to see the same fractal inside another fractal. See how that's slotted over there? And that's all Fibonacci. The sequence of Fibonacci numbers is the key to unlocking time and price. So, let me delete that. Gets in my way. If I switch on this, so now we have this. Hopefully you see that. And you get the gist of what's going on here. You don't need the circles. Visually, those circles give the same message. And there is something else, and I'll come on to it in a minute, because the answers have been laying in plain sight. He gave you it all in plain sight. And I'll explain how I came to that in a second. But I need to complete this Fibonacci sequence, because what you'll find is we have, let's bring up a rectangle. You can tell I've not used TradeView for a while. We have this being this is the no. That's the accumulation. I'm just going to put an A in now. Let's put it above. Give me a second. I've not used this in a while. Inside. This is the manipulation. And it's not aligned up properly yet. Okay, so bear with me. Manipulation. And this is this end is the distribution. So already you see how that lines up. But there's another trick here with it being fractal. Bring on another fib. Okay. If I float the mouse over the manipulation and I draw that, we've now got accumulation, manipulation, and distribution inside of manipulation. And you can keep doing this. This is what it means when we talk about everything being fractal. you can keep zooming in and zooming in and zooming in. So if I was to go into lower time frames, I could find areas in time and price for potential entries. So I set up a bunch of sequences. Now, I'm currently doing it on the 5 minute, Thursday 7th to Friday the 8th, midnight to midnight. I'm not taking into account right now the Asian range. So, and this is not, this here, although it's 24 hours, what I'm about to do is, this is other things that I tried, so it's all experimental. I bring on my main Fibonacci sequence. Okay. So what we've got here, I'm going to set it at midnight to 6 a.m. Don't ask me why, I can't remember why I did this now. It's 369. I think that was the reason. I wanted to try midnight to 6. 6 goes into 24. 12 goes into 24. It's all divisible. I just like that when it comes to Fibonacci. Now I'm going to switch this back to candles. I can see it better. So what I've done here is, now the sequence kind of looks like that. Okay, here's our higher level accumulation, and then there's manipulation, and then there's distribution. Okay. I've only just mapped this Fibonacci sequence. Let me bring up the settings for you. Oh no, cancel. Those are the settings. You can play around with them, but those are all the coordinates that I've used. They're all Fibonacci numbers. That's the sequence of numbers. Starts with the logo. Okay? Everything that he says in that text and on the video, that all those numbers marry up with Fibonacci. This is what you're looking at: accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now, I did another video, I've forgotten the name of it now. I'll bring it up in text form on this video when I go back, but I happen to be on one of Michael's Twitter feeds, and in that video he really went into it, really drilled it in. Isn't it convenient that price goes from buy side to sell side and back to the middle? And what's the relevance of that? It's not evident at the moment on this chart. It's not really described extremely well. But if you go back, like I say, in month 1, Michael released all of his core content to everyone for free. It's all available. On page 5, you will see this diagram. The market efficiency paradigm. Okay, and what's the relevance? There's the original diagram, page 5. Okay. What happens? I made a stencil, and you overlay that stencil onto the logo. Where does it land? What time is that? Let's take this. Let's take this. And you've seen it in my videos. When I paste this, I've got to resize it. Okay. Sorry, it's the same colour, but can you see where it lands? Here's a smaller fractal. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. What time is this? What time? 2 o'clock in the morning to 3:40 in the morning. That's the window for manipulation. Then we have distribution. This is London. Then we have New York. And price goes from buy side to sell side to buy side back to the center. And you can take the same logo, zoom it down, hang on a second. Let me just think this through a minute. I'm going to copy this. Control C. Okay. Take that. Down. So this covers this. It's not exactly perfect, but inside this accumulation, okay, if I was to put the 2-1-2 sequence, let me get rid of that. Okay. What do I end up with? So look. Too many. Look where it lands. Alright. Shift this one out of the way. Get away. Bring that down here. Price always moves from sell side to buy side, and buy side to sell side. And the beginning of the distribution at 10 a.m. the previous day. Okay, so this manipulation of price, the breaker, inside here there'll be a smaller circle. It's like a fractal effectively. So it's this repeating. You got a large circle, small circle, and then a bigger circle surrounding these two, and you got the same here and here, and the same again. Well, inside here, it's the same principle. I have, if that was the larger circle, this would be the smaller circle by there. So you've got the same fractal appearing, and this end is where the break forms. So between 6 o'clock and 9:30, I think that's right. Let me just double check this. So 6 o'clock and 8:30, somewhere there, the breaker will form, and then between 8:30, is that right? 8:30 and 10 a.m. is when the reversal starts. So that's like phase 1 distribution, effectively. So when I'm aligning the previous day, this larger circle, I'm basing it on that premise. The distribution here starts at 10 a.m. Okay, so to find it on this larger circle, the two circles on the inside, I go like this, and it connects to the next one, and the process just continues like that. So we have 1, 2, 3. That's the distribution. You look back, you got the smaller circle, and then the same size effectively. So you got that kind of step. That's that. That's what's happening. And then what you have is to the right of that, this distribution becomes accumulation for the next phase, which is, here's the manipulation, and here the distribution begins. And the distribution, okay, so this circle here, okay, the manipulation is all of this here, and this larger circle here is the equivalent to this. This is the accumulation, this is the manipulation, and this is distribution, which is this long bit going down. Now, it's fractals inside fractals. So we have this distribution here, which is setting up price for the next leg down, if that makes sense. So resetting all this phase begins the current day's trading range. So we have this large circle, the two circles in the middle. Take the high, and just on that high,